Musky anglers, are you struggling to pick a lure to throw? Are you struggling to catch fish? Are you struggling to see fish? I've got a really easy answer for you. Does it always work? No. But more often than not, it does. When in doubt, always go to the 500 Buchertail. It's just something I've relied on. I know my buddies who are full-time guides, all over northern Wisconsin and some of the other waters, this is what they rely on. When, for example, a guide, like our friend Chaz Martin, when he's guiding or when he's filming, he's almost always got a 500 tied on. Almost always. I would say at least 9 trips out of 10, he's always got one tied on, and somebody's throwing it. And that's no matter what the season. So no matter what the season, when in doubt, put on a 500 Buchertail, and you're probably going to be in the game. Here's the reason why. Of course, there's more muskies caught on little spinners, inline spinners like this than any other lure. It's always been that way. Various colors come into play, and you can play around with different colors. That's part of the game, and that's part of the fun. But to keep things simple, this lure is, if there's a muskie or a big pike in the area, and when you're fishing a smaller one like this, anything big, if there's something in the area, it's most likely going to be attracted to this lure, and it's going to strike it more often than not. So that's one of the reasons I say, when in doubt, go to this lure. It's a problem solver, it's a confidence builder, and one last thing about it too, it's an all-dayer. Those of you watching my show that have any physical ailments, getting up in age, got a shoulder problem or anything like that, or it's late in the day and you've been throwing big stuff and you haven't had any success, these little baits, they're all dayers. You can throw them and throw them and throw them, and when you're throwing them, you can rest assured that you're throwing something that's really productive at catching big muskies. All kinds of muskies, by the way, including the big ones. Now, I'll show you the retrieve that I really stand by. So here's the thing. Here's the basic parts of the retrieve with this bait. Number one, synchronization. When the bait hits the water, you do not want to be engaging the reel. When the bait hits the water, you want that bait moving and moving fast. Second part of the retrieve is a speed change up. And the last part of the retrieve is a figure eight. So you have the 3 parts I'm going to demonstrate it right now. So I'll cast and engage the reel now. So it's burning right away. And keep that bait up where you can see it. See how high I've got that bait in the water? And I'll change it up and crank it real fast like that a couple times. So if there's a fish following it, I trigger that fish to strike. And of course, the grand finale, always figure eight, and you're probably going to catch 50% or more of your fish right here. That's a retrieve and a lure and a go-to technique. When in doubt, snap on a 500 Buchertail, and you're going to be in the game.